funny thing was that a long time ago, when I'd first come back from England, one of the projects that I tried to do was a children's book all about clouds. And it was funny that in my career that I've ended up having to paint many, many clouds, almost to the point of getting sick of painting clouds. You know, I've almost been forced to work on clouds, even though I've done many of them. But this was a joy to work on. And Pete Sohn, who was the director, was just an amazing guy. And so he had known that I had done work on clouds on other films. And so he was trying to figure out exactly how since his main characters were clouds, what would they look like, and how he was especially wanting to know, like, what would the forms look like, what would the interior of the mouth look like, because it wouldn't be, you know, he'd even wondered, well, should it be a real mouth, or should it be a cloud mouth? And having somebody like me that paints clouds that end up in production helped him out, just because I was able to sort of very, very quickly block in how it could look like. And I think, you know, this was something even for me that would be confusing when I would see art of books. You kind of have to remember when you look at these books that the paintings and the drawings were done long before the final film comes out. And so it was nice to know that a painting like this could actually help guide and you know, at least add something to the way that the film would look in the very end. What Pete would give me in the beginning would be just these line drawings, these really beautiful, expressive line drawings. But what he'd also do would be to actually give me these grids to sort of show how he wanted the forms to sort of, how they would turn, just to give me a sense of the volume. Because this was what we're dealing with, something very ethereal. Nobody had ever really done a short about a main character who's actually made of water vapor. And so you're trying to deal not only with volume, but with how light affects a cloud, and how even simple things like what the eyes should be like. Originally, I had thought the eyes shouldn't be actually real, that the clouds would actually be eye clouds. But it was so much fun to go back and forth between these line drawings and then me doing these paintings. And then I would do a painting, and then Pete would do a line drawing on top of the painting, just to make sure that we would iterate and move forward and move forward, because, you know, my job is to work, you know, intimately with the production designer, with the director, and to go back and forth, and so that we get this final image that all of us agree on, and then we can bring that into production, and to bring it to all the smart people and the technical people that are very expensive, to sort of say, this is what we want, and how are we going to get this done? But it's such an interesting process, because you are working as an artist. You are thinking emotionally, and you're thinking intellectually about what these forms should look like, and you're looking at tons of reference of clouds, and clouds that you've taken, pictures that you've taken, of going on the internet and looking at different clouds and seeing how clouds react, and then emotionally you're thinking about what would be a really great image, and then you're giving it your best shot, and then you show it to the director, and you never make it the first time. And that's what's fun, though, is that hopefully you will have been listening closely enough to the director that you at least are getting there, where then the director can say, okay, well, it's a little bit too fuzzy, I want this to be a little bit more clear. The other thing that I thought was really neat about the sequence was, again, this idea of time having an emotional quality, in that this was sunset, and this was sunset makes the clouds more orange, yellow, red. Those are associated with angry colors, and so when Gus is jealous, it takes place at sunset. And so it made so much sense to have these red, angry, orange, yellow colors. And I would look at reference of aerial photographs and sunset colors, and it was good just to sort of get the sense of all these things are helping the emotion. And when Gus gets really, really angry, it's darker at night and it's a stormy time. And originally, Gus actually gets really big. We didn't really do that in the film, but I think that the thing that, especially in animated films, you realize how much color can express emotion, and that it is this visual language that, I never would have thought that a color could convey so much, or shape, or an angle.